A lot of people go through life not paying attention to what's going on around them and what's going on with them. You see, a lot of people are supposed to be dead and gone, non existent. A lot of people are supposed to be locked away in jail. A lot of people are supposed to be vegetables in a wheelchair somewhere, but God has made them sustained. God has sustained them to where everything in their life is going good, or they're just, you know, at a better place than they were before. But let me tell you something. At some point or another, God will wake you up. And when God wakes you up, if you're not careful, you can end up in the psych ward. It is not the fact they're mentally insane, but when they look back through how much stuff that they have been through, my God, how much things God has shielded them from. What God has made a way for, what God has provided them with. The things that God has done for them without them even knowing or recognizing or knowing how that said thing would have been done. And God came through. And in the end, when the dust is settled and you sit down and you think about it, or you lay down and you think about it, sometimes all you can do is laugh. Sometimes all you can do is cry. Sometimes you do both at the same time. And it'll look like as if you're going crazy. Sometimes it can make you holler, cry, scream, because it is the aftershock. The aftershock. Have you ever seen an earthquake? The place shakes for a little bit. Oh, that was an earthquake. Okay. But sometimes the aftershock is worse. It does more damage than the actual earthquake. And that's what happens with a lot of people when they get through the storm in life. And they sit down and think about these things that they have been through. It causes them to be in a mental state that will cause you to be deemed insane. Mm. Don't let that be you. Give thanks and keep moving. Ask God what's the next project. Because sometimes a lot of us brains can't handle what really happened to us back then because your understanding wasn't awakened. Your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears, they weren't awakened. But once you come into the knowledge of God, those things have to awaken. So now, when you go back into your memory box, your brain, when you go back into the spiritual realms and you look and you see, wow, that's what they really said. That's what really happened. And you're like, how did I even get through that? How did I even survive that? How did I even achieve this? You see, it'll cause you to be in a delusional or a misfire of your brain to where you can't even believe that you did this thing. You won't even believe your new reality. You see, this is why some people, it puts them in a state they call um misbelief, unbelief. that this thing could ever happen to them. You got to be careful. You got to be truly careful and understand and know God so you don't end up in the psych ward, because this is what they call it, spiritual psychosis. And it can put you in the psych ward, all right? So you got to just stand firm. Be strong spiritually and mentally, because the things that they do in the physical, it is not just to do it in the physical, because if it don't hit you physically, it'll hit you spiritually and mentally. And sometimes when they do physical things, that's where it's supposed to hit you, in your head, in your spirit, to cripple you, to make you submit. Don't let it get to you. All right? So until next time, I'm Jody, the righteous warrior. If you ain't righteous, get righteous. God loves you. I love you. Until next time. Ciao. Mwah.